Another round of snow is slamming much of the valley this morning, and you know the drill. There are no travel advisories in place for parts of our viewing area, and many schools are closed. That includes Fargo, West Fargo, and Moorhead.
We've heard from more than 200 schools, daycares, clinics, and other businesses about how this snow is messing things up today. So be sure to check ahead. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us on this snow day. I'm Lisa Bedell here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with your nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we have team coverage today of what to expect if you do have to venture outside, although emergency officials are advising people to stay put if they can.
And then we begin with the Valley Today's Abby Furchnew, who's checking the conditions just south of the Fargo-Moorhead area. And Abby, where are you exactly right now?
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm here right off of 52nd Avenue near Frontier, where the wind, no matter where you go, it is strong and it is harsh. So you're going to want to be careful, especially out on the roads. It's created multiple snow drifts on the highway and on just these main route roads as well. And especially when you're in town, the hardest part is you get that kickback from other vehicles once you start making your way on those roads. So it definitely is low visibility. That is what you're going to be struggling with the most at this moment. And so we're trying to make our way back down south. We were on I-29 earlier near Horace when things were really rough. So we're trying to make our way back a little bit more south to show the highway and what that commute will look like. It does look a little bit different in town than it does out in the country, and especially when you're looking out your window, you might just see some snow falling, but that wind, once it picks up, that's what you're really up against.
And Abby, are you still seeing a lot of snow drifts when you talk about the wind that makes quick work of that snow?
Yes, it is. It's light snow, but when that wind blows, it has created a lot of drifts on the highways, and even these just on 52nd Avenue on these main stretches as well. It does create a lot of snow drifts that you're going to have to, brace yourself for, because they are high and they're hard to get through at some points.
Abby Furchnew reporting live. Thank you so much for going out in the elements. Stay safe and warm up in between. Thank you.
And you can see from Abby that it is an intense day out there. So to see what brought this on and what we can expect for the rest of our day, let's head over to our meteorologist, Lisa Green.
Good morning. It's been a prolonged event here. The snow started yesterday morning for some of us in the valley, and it continues 24 hours later to bring us trouble. And now the wind has picked up, and that's why we're under that blizzard warning. This is until 9 o'clock tonight. So this is going to continue to stretch out all through the day and into the nighttime hours this evening from the Canadian border down beyond our southern viewing area in a blizzard warning. And that's right in the heart of the valley, right at the base of the valley, where we tend to funnel those northerly winds, and they speed up a little more there. Winter storm warning in surrounding areas in red, and a winter weather advisory all in effect until 9 o'clock this evening. Devil's Lake, you are in a wind chill advisory. You do have a little snow there and some issues with some blowing snow, but it's not as intense as what we're dealing with in other places, including in this photo right here sent to us from Tom earlier this morning. This was the view on the overpass looking over I-29 near Hillsborough. Both the northbound and southbound lanes covered in just near continuous pillow drifts there. So that's what you're encountering, low visibility too, as you're hitting the road here today. So checking out your radar and satellite view, you could see widespread areas of light to moderate snow, a couple of pockets where there's a little bit heavier snow embedded, south of Grand Forks over by Crookston, down toward Hillsborough again, and then back up into places like Red Lake Falls, Ada, Barnesville, back into Pelican Rapids and Fergus Falls and Fargo, all seeing some moderate snowfall at this point in time. We just saw Abby being impacted by those snow flakes coming down and whipping around with that wind. And this system staying with us for a while. It's a slow mover, as we've experienced here over the last day. It will gradually move east, but it will be with us for several hours. Our visibility, of course, very low. We're at 0 in Oaks thanks to the blowing snow. A half mile at the airport in Fargo. We'll continue to have these troubles with that wind gusting into the 30s to near 40. A 37 mile per hour gust in Fargo right now. That wind coming in out of the north. north. Temperatures below zero in North Dakota. Into Minnesota, most of us above zero. We're at 5 below in Fargo, and wind chills 30s to 40 below. So today, those temperatures slide or hold steady. We've got blizzard conditions all day long again in the heart of the Red River Valley, and additional snowfall too. Some of us getting more than 3 inches of snow on top of what we've already seen. That's most likely in the south and east. And checking out your 7-day planner, cold for Friday, and then we improve a little for the weekend. Let's check on conditions in the FM area with Al.
Good morning, Elise. Good morning, everyone. We're back in Moorhead right now, just heading onto the Red River Bridge, which I might add is extremely slippery this morning. Visibility in open country, and I know Abby's been telling you, it's just plain terrible. And drifts are forming on the interstate as well, that stretch of Interstate 94 westbound from Highway 336 into Moorhead. Lots of drifts forming out there. You really need to be careful, because if you're in the right lane, the far right lane, if you hit one of those drifts, you could end up in the ditch. In fact, I saw a Minnesota State trooper sitting out there just kind of getting people to slow down or pay attention to what's going on, because those drifts are really something. Here in town, you can certainly get around. There's no question about that. On most of the main arteries, we talked with Steve Moore from Moorhead Public Works. He says that they've been working on them. I know Lee Anderson has had his crews out this morning as well. You can tell that. But you get on the periphery, get on the peripheral areas, the perimeters of the city, you're definitely going to have some problems this morning. Slow down, take it easy, drive extra carefully. If you don't have to go, good idea. Stay put. Al Ahmed, Valley Today Traffic.
And we have another update that just came into our newsroom. We want to give you a heads up. I-94 is now closed eastbound from Jamestown to Fargo and westbound from Fargo to Valley City. Of course, the blowing snow, problems with visibility, creating very dangerous driving conditions. So I-94 closed eastbound from Jamestown to Fargo and westbound Fargo to Valley City.
New for you this morning, fire crews are looking for the cause of a fire at a Jamestown apartment complex. NewsDakota.com is reporting that the call came in around 9 last night about a building on the city's northwest side.
Firefighters found flames coming out of one of the buildings. There's no word yet on any injuries or the extent of the damage. Thieves on the prowl targeted more than a dozen vehicles in a Fargo neighborhood. Police got at least 15 reports of thefts from cars, of attempted car break-ins early yesterday morning. The calls came in between 2 and 6 a.m. from the 6200 block between 61st and 63rd Avenue South. A
Fargo woman who lives in Deer Creek discovered the back tires on her car were slashed. Sarah Rowell says the act of vandalism will cost her $300. Authorities say without any evidence, it's going to be tough to find out who did it.
A new Senate bill in North Dakota aims to improve treatment of children in school by banning restraint and seclusion. Bill 2266 also requires schools to keep better records of these methods.
Supporters say this plan will protect children with mental health issues who are suffering from overzealous restraint. Opponents say banning these methods through a statewide policy isn't the right way to deal with it. Both sides do agree, though, that something needs to be done about student mental health in schools. Autopsies are scheduled for today on the human remains of 2 people found near Bemidji, Minnesota. Beltrami County investigators got a missing persons call Tuesday night from a family member of one of the victims. Deputies got a vehicle description and found the car and 2 suspects at a nearby casino.
That led authorities to a home just outside of Bemidji where the human remains were found. The names of the victims have not yet been released, but one was from Minneapolis and the other from the Duluth area. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, more than 35% of women say they hate it when a guy does this while he's trying to be romantic.
Well, the answer is when he blows in her ear. Remember, you can take part in our question every morning. Just go to the Valley News Live Facebook page. And also on that Facebook page, you'll see all of the latest on this winter weather we're experiencing.
That's right. We're keeping you up to date. We're talking about wind and snow combination this morning, with the snow still falling and accumulating in some areas. And even into tonight, we'll continue to have these headlines until 9 o'clock because that blowing snow, ground blizzard conditions, even after the snow ends, will continue to be an issue. A blizzard warning for the heart of the Red River Valley and surrounding areas in winter storm warnings and a winter weather advisory. Latest radar, a lot of places still getting some snow. Some light to moderate snowfall stretching up toward Grand Forks, Fargo in the thick of it here, and back over toward Detroit Lakes. And again, the system stays with us for a while. Stay home and stay safe today.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but you can stay up to the date with the latest road closures and weather updates by joining us right now on the Fargo CW.